Hey guys, Martin here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be doing the team building guide for the physical LR Golden Frieza and Android 17 EZA that will be coming out tomorrow on Global. All three EZAs coming out tomorrow. We've got team building guides coming up for all of those today, so make sure you guys check those all out. We will be going through, as always in these guides, my top picks and honourable mentions for building a team for taking on this event. The event page itself doesn't exist on the wiki because the wiki doesn't really get updated anymore. But of course, it is a standard LR EZA, so 10 stages, 3 stones per stage. There's a mission for beating stage 7, so 33 stones in total. You will obviously get all the medals to EZA the unit. You get 5 Kais to get them straight up to SA 25, and you get some physical orbs as well. So with LR EZAs, of course, the order of business is always to try and get as much legendary power link active as you can. So ideally running as many LRs as possible. And then, of course, like any EZA, there is a weakness category. And that category essentially means characters who will take less damage during the event. So any LRs are able to deal damage. Now that we're in like a post-Beast Gohan era of Dokkan, realistically, you can run Beast Gohan in a lot of these EZAs, and he's still able to do pretty well, despite not, even if he's not on the category for that particular mission. But obviously for these, we try and do the guides focused specifically on the category, and the one for the Frieza and 17 EZA is Transformation Boost. So Transformation Boost is a pretty big category. It has a ton of units in it. Has quite a few good LRs and some decent options for leaders. So like I say, top picks and honourable mentions. If you find the guide helpful at all, do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So we will go ahead and jump straight in. So of course, one of the anniversary headliners is the AGL Broly, who has Transformation Boost as one of his 170 leader skills. He then gives plus 30% to Exploding Rage or movie bosses. So any characters that fit under all of those categories will get the 200% leader skill from Broly, Transformation Boost and Exploding Rage, or Transformation Boost and movie bosses. And we have a pretty good selection of those available for this team build. So Broly is obviously very, very good. I'm sure you guys know that by now. We've done enough anniversary content on our boy here to show how ridiculously powerful he can be. He's not a slot 1 unit, but that's fine. You just put him in slot 2 and watch him go off. So he's a very, very good unit and very good for this EZA. Running double Broly leads is probably one of the best setups because of how good he is as a unit. Because if you get legendary power active, he's going to be throwing out tons of supers, doing loads of damage, and you are going to blitz through the early stages very, very quickly. Next up we have the Gogeta. Now Gogeta doesn't lead Transformation Boost, but he leads Movie Heroes, and Movie Heroes has a lot of Transformation Boost characters on it. So either of the part 1 characters would be really, really good for leading a team for this event, just because of the number of other characters that fit under their leader skill. Obviously, with Gogeta, you're a bit more limited to the specific Movie Heroes because he's a carnival lead, but it does mean everyone on the team is getting the 200%, right? And you don't have to worry about who on the team is only getting the 170 and who's getting the extra 30 or not, because obviously Gogeta just leads Movie Heroes for the flat 200%. So he is very, very good. You can fly him off if he's on turn 1, get the transformation on turn 4. EZAs don't usually last much longer than 4 turns nowadays if you're running a good team. So you might get Blue Gogeta out. You're unlikely to see his active skill, but he can obviously be very, very good. So then we have the physical LR Ulma Gohan. He leads superheroes or hybrid Saiyans. There's a lot of characters that fit under Transformation Boost for superheroes especially, and hybrid Saiyans as well, but lots of characters, some that we'll mention in this guide, who aren't necessarily great as leaders but will fit under the superheroes category, and obviously be very, very good for this event because they're on Transformation Boost. Bond of Parent and Child or Movie Heroes get the extra 30% from Gohan. He has guard for the first couple of turns, which is always good for these kind of short events like EZAs, because chances are, again, going back to the length of how long it was going to take you to actually do the EZA in terms of number of turns, chances are Gohan is never not going to have his guard active, right? So he works very, very well in this event. And of course we also have the tech Piccolo, who leads superheroes as well, and then Battle of Wits There's some transformation boost characters on there as well, of course. And, you know, Gohan and Piccolo, their leader skills are very similar. They can be on each other's teams. Again, like if you have Beast, you can just throw Beast in or use him as the lead anyway. And even though he's not a transformation boost character, he's so ridiculously good and is an STR unit, he would be fine on the team anyway. The Giant Piccolo mode you can use from turn 3 if you have a full superhero rotation. So if you are building the team for full superheroes, very easy to get that on turn 3 and probably just finish off the fight, or at least once you have finished the giant form, obviously you know you're not going to have to worry about eating a super, so you probably finish off the fight not long, or probably the turn after the giant form ends if you haven't finished the fight already. So both of these guys obviously very good and fit very nicely with a superhero team. They're of course both movie heroes characters as well, so that works quite nicely. Then a character who is a superhero, who leader skill, I mean, Universe Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, or Entrusted Will, there is a lot of crossover between some of these categories and Transformation Boost. So you probably could make a full Transformation Boost team with the Tech UI Goku, but obviously he's probably going to be better if you do have him, if you've pulled him from the banner that came out, then obviously he's probably going to be better on one of these other teams with the superhero lead, but he can certainly be very, very good. Unfortunately, because of course the ones that transform from Sign into UI are on Transformation Boost, it means you can't run the AGL UI Goku. Although, to be fair, I guess as an honorable mention, right, you could run AGL UI Goku because on turn 1 he has guaranteed dodge, and then obviously just have like the rotation set up so that you have these two together. When AGL UI Goku is in for the first turn, he's got the dodge, so it doesn't have to worry about getting hit, so it doesn't matter that he's not on the category. And then obviously, you know, by the time you get to turn 3 with the two UIs together, you could do so much damage, because AGL UI, despite not being on Transformation Boost, he's still going to do the damage with the Legendary Power Link active. So he should be very, very effective as a partner for Tech UI Goku. I wouldn't run him without him, to be fair, just because he's not on the category and doesn't have other good link partners. But running UI with the Tech UI, that could work nicely. But Tech UI, even on his own, if you're running a superhero build, would be very, very good. And then for some other extreme characters, we do have STR Coola. Now, Coola leads Terrifying Conquerors or movie bosses and gives 30% to Transformation Boost. So, of course, it's very easy to make a full Transformation Boost team with him as well. So he could be used as a leader if you want to run that more extreme setup with the various different extreme movie bosses and stuff like that. So Coola can be very good. Has type advantage in this scenario, so obviously he's going to be doing a decent bit of damage as well. Has the active skill that he can build up to. So Coola, definitely very, very good. He's on Broly's leader skill, so like this guy definitely a top pick for this EZA. And of course there is his counterpart, right, the STR fourth form Coola that can transform into final form Coola. He leads Transformation Boost to 170, so if you are lacking another Transformation Boost leader, you can always use this guy as the leader of the team instead. But he buffs Transformation Boost allies when facing one enemy, which of course we are in an EZA, so he can be very good on the team for support. He's got type advantage. He links very well obviously with Coola and other big bad bosses characters that are potentially on the team, so this guy is definitely a worthwhile consideration as well. And of course, you know, these guys together, pretty good 1-2 punch combo. So then in terms of some other leaders, because this guy works really well as a leader as well, we also have the Tech Vegeta from Saiyan Day. Now, whilst he leads Vegeta family or Super Saiyan, obviously you can make a team with the full Transformation Boost in terms of characters that will fit under his leader skill. He's a very good unit himself, obviously on Transformation Boost. Now, as I said at the beginning, Legendary Power is the way to go in terms of doing the big damage. So we do want to make sure that we're not running too many TURs, because of course the more TURs you have on the team, the more likely it is you end up with a rotation where you don't have an LR on the turn, and so then obviously you don't get the Legendary Power Link active. So that is something you have to keep an eye on for sure. But yeah, this guy definitely can be very good. Like, one of my favorite teams at the moment is this guy's team, and then it's pretty much just all LRs, right, apart from King Vegeta. But King Vegeta you wouldn't use here, but this team could be very, very good. We also have units like the LR Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, he leads GT heroes or full power, but there's a lot of characters, especially on full power, that are on transformation boost, right? Because a lot of characters on transformation boost are on there because they're transforming from whatever form they're starting out as the card into whatever their full power form actually is. So there's a lot of crossover there. So this guy could be good. GT Heroes, there is some transformation boost characters as well. So you could use this guy as a leader. Otherwise, he could still make a solid option for the team. He does have type disadvantage, but of course, EZAs aren't the hardest hitting events or anything like that. So you definitely could get away with using him on the team for sure. And I know him and Broly go pretty decently well together on each other's teams as well, so he could be pretty decent. We also have Golden Frieza. Now, Golden Frieza, his leader skill is not great for this, although there is some crossover, of course, but he's going to be a unit that will be very useful if you are running like a movie bosses type leader skill or type build, because he can be a very, very strong slot 1 defensive unit. So just go ahead and put him in slot 1. Don't worry about taking damage. You don't even really need to worry about links. He's not on the team to do damage specifically. So if you have this guy in slot 1 and then any other LRs in slot 2 that are there to do the damage for you, like STR Coola or Broly, then you're going to be perfectly set for that first turn. So Golden Frieza, definitely a very, very good pick for this as well as a defensive option. If you do find yourself struggling in the later stages or something like that, then obviously this guy can come in very, very handy. Then we have the STR Future Gohan. Future Gohan is, it's interesting that he's on transformation boost, considering he doesn't the card doesn't transform. Like some of the times they're really weird about who gets to be on that category or not. But this guy obviously very good. He's got Super STR, so type advantage. He is on Super Saiyan, so he could be on that Vegeta team. He's got decent links with a lot of the other like super class characters on the team, so he certainly is a worthwhile addition. He's still very, very good. He's aged very well. He tanks really well after attacking. So obviously in a situation like this where he's on the right category and he's got type advantage, he is of course going to be very, very good post super. So definitely a solid unit for the team and another top pick depending on who you're running and you need link partners for. Then we have the STR Gogeta. Probably could have mentioned him a little bit earlier on. I mean, Final Trump Card and Fusion definitely has a lot of characters that are on Transformation Boost. And then, of course, this guy, a good link partner to go with the physical LR Gogeta from the anniversary. So this guy can be very, very good. Typical strategy, like you can float him off in slot 3, get all the dodges, and then, of course, he comes back on turn 4, transforms into blue, has a 100% chance to dodge. And then you are all set. So he is a very, very good option for the team. If the enemy gets to low HP once you've transformed, you do have the ability to use the Kamehameha, but unfortunately you can only use it, like the earliest you can use this is turn 6. So chances are you've probably won by then anyway. But Gogeta, definitely a strong option for the team as well. Then we have Kefla. So while she is another TUR, she's got type advantage. She gets tons of attacks off. She can do loads of damage. So, you know, if you are going to make an exception and have a few TURs on the team, Kefla is definitely very, very good. She can definitely do a lot of damage despite only being a TUR. So a worthwhile consideration on the team for sure. Then we have the physical Godku. Physical Godku is one of those units that he's kind of still just about hanging in there for the meta as long as he's dodging, but he's got that Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans leader skill. So for a lot of events like EZAs, he can be really, really good for team building, because obviously any of the categories that he's on, you can then make a team that is basically all Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans of that category. And we've already mentioned a ton of Pure and Hybrid Saiyan characters who are Transformation Boost, so this guy could be a good leader for fitting all of those under the same leader skill. And then last but not least, the other one I wanted to mention was Int Buu. This kind of opens up a whole nother set of characters, but I didn't want to open up the pages for every single one of them, so we'll go back and take a look. But the Golden Week celebration gave a ton of buffs to the Buu saga, including the actual Majin Power, like full Buu team. So we got Int Buu, who's very, very good, has the revival. He can be very useful in these kind of events, stacking defense. But of course, the Buu saga itself, if we go back to Transformation Boost, rather than opening up every single one of these, I mean, you can see STR Super Buu is a Transformation Boost leader, but you've got AGL Super Buu as the LR, physical LR Buu tanks, and then we have these characters like the Tech Exchange Buu, Tech Evil Buu, there's the Tech, actually yeah, Tech Mr. Buu is there as well. And then STR, you've got like STR Kid Buu. The Evil Buu, probably not so much. But of course, physical Kid Buu with his Super EZA. Like every Buu card basically is on Transformation Boost. So a very easy way to make a Transformation Boost team is to use the Buu team. You won't have a lot of LRs. There is literally just Buu tanks and then Super Buu. But I mean, that team is strong enough with enough healing that even though you're not using a full legendary power team, that would be more than good enough. And then, of course, we've got characters like if you are running the Super Saiyans team, the LR Super Saiyan Trio, the LR Gods for movie heroes, like they're a bit outdated for really difficult content, but they can still be good for EZAs, especially with the guard on turn 1. Same with AGL Gohan, a bit outdated for the really difficult content, but can still be good for EZAs. STR Frieza for some of those extreme teams. Like there's a lot of these extreme characters for movie bosses, like Janemba as well, that could be useful, who aren't really top tier, like end game content characters anymore, that can be very good for an EZA. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Like I said, if you think there's any units that I missed out or should have focused on a bit more, do let me know down below in the comment section, and let me know what your team build is going to look like for the Golden Frieza and 17 Extreme Z battle. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.